Were you aware of the provisions of Section 219?
I was aware of the provisions that are necessary when confessions are made, my lord.
Measures.
Brigadier Bongani Iindaba ngenkqubo eyalandelwayo ngethuba kubanjwa umkhona lokuqala nowesibini kwityala lokubulawa kwasenzo Meyi. Owayesakuba ijaji intloko ujaji Mrhwengu uphefumle ngeengxaki zolawulo kwintetho yesifundo yokuqala e-SAFM. Xabisa ixesha ukuze nexesha likuxabise njengesiqhelo ngeli xesha kula majelo e-SABC 1 ne-DDT Iindaba uxolo malube nani. Ubrigadier Bongani Iindaba uphekwe sophulo ngemibuzo ngenkqubo eyalandelwayo ngethuba kubanjwa umkhana lokuqala nowesibini kwityala lokubulawa kwasenzo Meyi kwinkundla ephakamileyo ePitoli. Ityala phakathi etyaleni liyaqhuba apho umtyhola wokuqala nowesibini betyhola ngelithi babethwa ukuba badiza bakwaziyo ngesehlo sokubulawa kwasenzo. Bahlanu abatyholwa kweli tyala.
Exikixwa ngemibuzo ngu-Advocate Thulani Mngomezulu, umphandi ophambili kweli tyala, uBrigadier Bongani Iindaba uqhubekeke apho ayeke khona izolo nobungqina.
My question is, when, at the time when he was making such an alleged confession, were you aware of the provisions of Section 219?
I was aware of the provisions that are necessary when confessions are made, my lord.
Ubrigadier Iindaba ukwaxhentsiswe ngokuba khe eze nomehluko phakathi komntu okugcino lwamapolisa ngeenjongo zokuphekwa ngemibuzo nomntu obanjiweyo wabekwa ityala.
At that time, when he was brought to Force Lawyers, and when he met you, he was not already detained in custody. Do you agree?
I agree that he was not in the police custody, but my lord, detention needs to be understood in its correct context. So if the police comes to your house and say, we are taking you in for questioning to a police station that could be 5 kilometers away, from the moment they took control of you from your house, you are under detention. The police station is just a formality.
U-Advocate Mngomezulu ukwabuze ngenkqubo eyalandelwayo ngethuba kubanjwa umtyholo wokuqala nowesibini kweli tyala.
Now, let's look at the meaning of J50. It's a warrant of arrest.
That is correct, madam.
Accused number 1 and number 2 were already arrested when it was issued. Do you agree?
No, but not for this matter, my lord.
Umba wokungachaneki kwedilesi yomtyholo wokuqala nawo ube sesithatheni.
When the issue of address arose as to where can we find him if bail is granted, he took us to Kwanongoma, in other words, his hometown. Not this address that council is referring to, where it was found that he goes there on holidays or when there's events, and as a result, the outcome of the bail application in Phosphorus was denied.
Kanti ke isithathu kubatyholwa kweli tyala likaMeyiwa singajamelana namatyala ongezelelweyo. Amapolisa aphanda ityala lokuxhaphaza kulandela umlo wangaphakathi enkundleni phakathi komtyholwa wesithathu, owesine nowesihlanu kunye nedindala ngoMvulo. Eli tyala liyaqhuba. Obebhala kwiindaba ze-SABC, ndinguNdimphiwe Gift Nongqotho.
Umkomishinala wamapolisa KwaZulu-Natal uNjengele Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi udibene nabathengisi botywala eManzimtoti eThekwini. Imiba yokhuseleko, ukuthotyelwa kwemimiselo nolwaphulo-mthetho yoyanyaniswa nokuselwa kotywala iza kuba phambili kwingxoxo.
Sila namhlanje eManzimtoti Civic Center la kuhlangene khona uPolice Commissioner wala KwaZulu-Natal kanye neKZN Liquor Authority bazokhuluma baxoxisane nabahwebayo abahweba utshwala ukuthi yini iziphi izinto abangazenza ukuze kuphephe endaweni la bedayisela khona utshwala.
Njengo-Liquor Authority sihlangene namaphoyisa sithe namhlanje ake sibize bonke abahwebi botshwala la KwaZulu-Natal njengoba nje soqala i-festive season. Siyazi ke kwaba negameko eningi endaweni lezi ezidayisa utshwala lapho kubonakala khona kuba nodlame nokubulawa kwabantu. Sake sathi ake sibabize ukuze sikwazi ukuthi sikhulume kabanzi ngezokuphepha nje kakhulukazi kulezi ndawo. Ukuphendula nje umbuzo wakho uma uzu-aplayela i-liquor license njengo-liquor authority ezinye izinto esike sidinge ukuthi kube khona lokho esikubiza ukuthi security plan lapho khona oshoyo ukuthi uzokwenza kanjani uqinisekisa ukuthi indawo le odayisa kuyona utshwala iphephile ukuze abantu abafikayo endaweni yakho bekwazi ukuthi baphephe.
Mhlambe njenge-liquor authority mhlambe nike nihambele mhlambe izikhungo thizeni mhlambe nibazume nibheke nje ezokuphepha ukuthi ziqinileni.
Siyabonga kakhulu njengo-liquor authority sisebenzisana nawo amaphoyisa sihlezi siba nama-operations lapho sifika khona sizobheka ukuthi labo ama-license holders ethu asayilandela yini imigomo lesibiza ukuthi ama-license conditions kakhulukazi zona lezi zokuphepha. Uma uthe nje endaweni yakho umuntu uma engena uzosetshwa so uma sifika sibone ukuthi ngampela likhona i-security eliseshayo ukuthi umuntu ongenayo ophethe isikhala kangeni nesikhala ngoba uma sekwenzekile kwakhona umuntu ongenayo wafike wadubula abantu umbuzo sobe sesibuza ukuthi ke ungene kanjani lo muntu ngoba wawuthe wena une security elizosesha wonke umuntu ongenayo ilapho ke sesingena khona sishutha awilandelanga imigomo obekelwe yona kwi license yakho ilapho ke sesisuspenda khona i license sithi ake umeke until uzulungise ezokuphepha ngoba ngeke phela sivuma ukuthi uqhubeke utrade kodwa ezokuphepha zingekho ezingeni ngoba kubalekile ukuthi impilo zabantu abafikayo bezojabula bezothenga bezojabula endaweni yakho zinakelekile zivikelekile. Indaba yokudayisa utshwala ngaphandle kwemvumo I think indaba eyinkinga kakhulu la eSouth Africa nala KwaZulu-Natal inkinga kakhulu andakuyona nje into esuKZN Liquor Authority noma amaphoyisa esingakwazi ukuthi sinqobe sisodwa. Kubalekile ukuthi wonke ama stakeholders kwi liquor industry asebenzisane ubeka iphuzu elibalekile lapha sibayiza ukuthi ama distributors ekuyibona akufika ekuthengwe khona ngama large quantities ukuze kwazi ukudayiswa kulezi indawo ezamathaveni nama liquor stores ukuthi baqinisekisa kanjani ukuthi nabo ababhebhezeli lento yokudayisa utshwala ngaphandle kwemvumo ngokuthi beqinisekisa ukuthi abantu ababathengisela utshwala abantu abasemthethweni noma ke suKZN Liquor Authority akuyithina esibanika imvumo ama distributors banikwa kodwa unational kodwa siyasebenzisana nabo sibiza imhlangano esibizwa ukuthi ama stakeholder forums wesibiza khona wonke ama stakeholders and ezinye izinto kakhulu esisuke sizokhuluma ngazo yizo lezi ezokuthi sisihlangana kanjani nokulwisana nokuphuzo nokudayisa kotshwala ngaphandle kwemvumo ilapho ke sesi-expecta nabo ukuthi kube nendima abayidlalayo ngokuthi beqinisekise ukuthi abantu abafika bezothenga utshwala abantu ngampela abanemvumo uma bethengela ukudayisa. Siyazi ukuthi ke ziningi ingqinamba ekhona ngoba kunemicimbi njengaku December abantu bayathenga utshwala ngama quantities amakhulu for imicimbi lokho ke okungekho okuyinto evumelekile kodwa ke uyakwazi ukumbona umuntu ofika njalo ngolosihlanu ezothenga utshwala obuyi quantity eningi ngeke ukuthi lo muntu uhleze nomcimbi njalo ngama weekend so uyazi ukuthi lo muntu uyatrade ila khona sekufanele usebenzisane namaphoyisa usebenzisane no liquor authority ukuthi no kunabantu endaweni ethile abadayisa utshwala ngokungemvumo nani ningadlali ninga contribute ngokuthi leniqhubeka nibadayisela so ezinye izinto zamasu ukuthi kufanele sihlangane silwe nalesihlava njengoba ngishilo ufuna sihlangane sonke ngoba into lo engeke nje inqotshwe uliquor authority noma amaphoyisa kodwa wonke ama traders including nemphakathi ngoba siyazi ukuthi labantu badayisela imphakathi yethu umuntu uma engena license nomphakathi kubalekile ukuthi lo muntu umreport futhi ungayisupport ibusiness yakhe.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga.
Loyo ke beku isikhulu esiphezulu seKZN Liquor Authority ubaba uBheki Mbanjwa esixoxela ngokuthi ke bayasebenzisana nawo amaphoyisa ekulweni nalelihlava sokuthi kube nobugebengu obuningi emashibhini noma endaweni la ekhweba khona utshwala.
Owayesakuba ijaji enhloko uJaji Mukhweng uthi uMongameli Cyril Ramaphosa benoxanduva lokudandalazisa kuba ngubani owamxhasa kwiphulo le-CR17. uJaji Mukhweng besenza intetho yesifundo yokuqala nqa yesikhulo sikanomathotholo i-SAFM phezolo phantsi kwesihloko esithi ukuhamba ngomgaqo-seko nokubanjwa kwemimiselo yomthetho.
Umba wokuba ngubani oxhasa bezopolitiko kwanoluvo oluthi awunakufumana nto unganikezi nganto ibingundoqo kwintetho yesifundo yowayesakuba yijaji eyintloko ujaji Mogoeng echaphazela lo mbuzo okaMogoeng ubalule iphulo le-CR17 esithi umongameli unoxanduva lokudandalazisa elubala abaxhasi bakhe njengoko wadandalazisayo kwisigwebo sakhe esiphikisayo ngalomba.
The president therefore had the duty to know, if he did not know already, who was funding his campaign and to disclose that personal benefit compositely as a benefit from the CR17 campaign as an entity and or more appropriately from each donor with a specified amount.
Inkundla yomgaqo siseko yamkhulula umongameli uRamaphosa kwiphulo le-CR17 ngokuchitha isibheno sowayesakuba ngumkhuseli woluntu ngakwinkundla ephakamileyo neyayibeka bucala ingxelo yakhe. OkaMogoeng kwangene kumbhodamo wombane wongameleyo njengokuba eli liqhubeka nocimicimi ebuza ukuba ingaba le ngxaki ibangwa kukuphanza okanye ukungabikho kwentshisakalo yokuyisombulula kusini na.
Why does it look like we are failing or unwilling to resolve the all-important Eskom issue? After all, it has been many years since those who were allegedly corrupt and destroying Eskom have been relieved of their duties. This is not a new problem, and our future, our economy and credibility as a nation depends on the functionality and efficiency of Eskom.
Engena kumba worhwaphilizo oqhubeka nokuthwaxa elilizwe okaMogoeng uthe uMzantsi Afrika asoze uziguzule kweli qhenqe ukuba ugxila kwicandelo elinye kuphela.
Who is exposing everybody until such time I conclude that every corrupt person is exposed in this country? Corruption will never come to an end. As long as the focus is on people who are in government, but never on people who are in the private sector, forget about ridding our country of corruption.
Kwalapha ezindabeni liyevakala lwamvila lokulibaziseka kwemigqomo ethwala impahla kwizibuko laseThekwini nasempuma koloni kodwa masuma umuntu evenkileni kuqala.
Disadvantaged our manufacturers here who are having to transport their goods via road.
Sinamkela kwakhona kwindaba zeljele yakwazi ukubukela kwakhona izindaba kwijelo le-YouTube uthi SABC Iindaba zesiXhosa kungakulokuqala sithe uqhubephe kwayisophula ngemibuzo uBrigadier Bongani Geninda kuqangathwa kwemihlathi ethile kumgaqo-seko ngenkqubo elandelwayo ngethuba kubanjwa umrhanelo wokuqala nowesibini kwelityala. Ityala phakathi etyaleni liyaqhuba apho abatyholwa bebetyhola ngelithi babethu ukuze badize abakwaziyo ngesehlo sokubulawa kaSenzo Meyi. Abavelisi kushishino lwempahla ezithunyelwa kumazwe asemzini nezibuya kumazwe ngaphandle empuma koloni bayaluva ulwamvila lokulibaziseka kwemigqomo ethwala impahla kwizibuko laseThekwini. Bathi kuhambisa imithwalo endleleni kuyabatyabula imali. Impuma koloni izidla ngokuba phambili ekuveliseni imoto neentsimbi zazo nto leyo inegalelo kuqoqosho lwephondo.
Kuba izibuko laseDurban limanqada-nqada lizama ukucutha inani lemithwalo kwikhonteyina ezingaphezu kwama-70,000 oku kunefuthe kumazibuko amabini aseNelson Mandela eGqeberha Port kwakunye neNgqurha. Iinkampani ezininzi zikhetha ukusebenzisa indlela ukuthumela imithwalo yazo zishiya la mazibuko ngenxa yokulibaziseka. Kodwa ukusebenzisa indlela kuzityabula empokothweni ezinkampani kukho nomngcipheko omkhulu ezindleleni. In
the build-up to that, we've actually had major shipping lines skipping our ports, so they're not utilising our two ports that we have here. And of course, the backlog there has disadvantaged our manufacturers here who are having to transport their goods via road to places like Walvis Bay and to Maputo in an attempt to get their products out to market. We've also had challenges where production lines have come to a halt because the components haven't arrived, so workers have been put on short time, so the impact on this is devastating and severe.
Umbutho we-DA kweliphondo ubhalele inkulu baphathiswa Oscar Mabuyane ukuba ingenelele ukurhwebesha urhulumente asombulule ngxaki. Eli qela lithi icandelo elivelisa izithuthi liphelelwa ngumonde kurhulumente kwaye oku kungaba nechaphaza kuqoqosho. Inkampani evelisa izithuthi Volkswagen ngezinye zenkampani ezivakalisa ungaxoli indlela elandelwa ngurhulumente.
We know that many ships carrying containers are currently bypassing the Eastern Cape ports due to delays experienced at other ports so that they can avoid the additional cost of stopping at our ports. This has the consequence of revenue losses for our ports, but more importantly, a negative impact on our economy in the Eastern Cape and the cost that this is going to incur on stakeholders in that economy, ultimately being passed on to consumers who are already struggling under the burden of the cost of living crisis in South Africa.
Iindaba zokufumana izwi kwiofisi yenkulu baphathisa ziwe phantsi. Iqumrhu likarhulumente uTransnet ithi ngayicutha le mithwalo kweli zibuko phakathi koFebruwari noMatshi kulo nyaka uzayo. Kwiindaba ze-SABC ndingumcebisi Ngqina, ndiseMpuma Koloni.
Iyaqhuba ingqungquthela yama-28 yokuqwalasela ukuguquka kwemozulu i-COP28 eDubai e-United Arab Emirates. Umongameli Cyril Ramaphosa uza kuzibandakanya neenkokheli zamanye amazwe kule ngqungquthela.
Ngamazwe aliqela kwihlabathi jikelele ajongene neengxaki ezidalwa kuguquguquka kwemozulu. Le nkomfa i-COP28 izama ukuza nesombululo kule mingeni. Ilizwekazi iAfrika lelona lichaphazeleka kakhulu kuguquguquka kwemozulu kwaye iAfrika inethemba lokuba le ngqungquthela iza kuza nesombululo kule ngxaki.
In the last COP27 in Egypt in November 2022, Egypt launched an initiative on climate response and peace. So the area related to climate change that affects the movement of population, displacement, and creates a security concern. The Sahel has been affected by that, and now this initiative is being put to the African Union and invite international partners to come and fund specific initiatives, community-based initiatives, in order to ensure, first of all, a climate technical response to the climate issues in the Sahel.
Amazwe asakhulayo afuna kumiliselwe ingxowa-mali ezakunceda amazwe ahlaselwe kanobom zintlekele ezidalwa kuguquguquka kwemozulu. Ukanti nomba wezamandla isengumba utshisibunzi.
There was a fourth issue that will be of interest on the sidelines of COP28, and that is the question of just transitions.
Amazwe azimasele engqungquthela azakuqwalasela nenkqubela eyenziweyo eyiphutha kulo nyaka uphelileyo. Kuza kusungulwa neqiza eliza kuphatha ingxowa-mali ezakujongana nokunceda amazwe afumene umonakalo omkhulu odalwe kuguquguquka kwemozulu.
Lisungule inkqubo entsha yenombolo zeelayisenisi zemoto iphondo KwaZulu-Natal. Le inxalenye yokuyeka inkqubo yeenombolo ezidityanisiweyo ukuya kwinkqubo entsha yamanani. Utshintsho kwinkqubo yeenombolo lubangela okokuba ezinye iidolophu ziphelelwe ngamanani. Ukuphunyezwa kwenkqubo kulindeleke ukuba kuqale ngomso ngokubhaliswa kwezithuthi ezintsha nokutshintsha ubunini kuquka nokubhaliswa kwakhona kwezithuthi ezibiweyo zaphinde zafumaneka. Isigaba sesibini sizakuqala ngomhla wokuqala kuMatshi wonyaka uzayo.
Kusukela kusasa lulunye kuZibandlela uDisemba abahlali balapha KwaZulu-Natal labo futhi abanezimoto kulindele ukuthi kusasa lokho kusaya bakwazi ukuthi bahambe beyobhalisela izinombolo ezintsha ezezimoto okungama number plate. Kodwa sicacisa ukuthi kusasa ilaba abaona imoto zikahulumeni kanjalo futhi nalabo abezobe bethola izimoto ezintsha be-register to abantu abazobe bethola lezi moto beyidlulisela imoto komunye umuntu bese ukuthi ke ngonyaka uzayo kuswela ngoMarch 2024 kuswela ngoMarch 2024 lapho wonke umhlalo walapha eNingizimu Afrika kakhulukazi lapha KwaZulu-Natal umuntu onemoto kuzomela kulindele ukuthi ke abhalisele izinombolo ezintsha ongama number plate imoto ezintsha kodwa abantu bazonikwa isikhathi esingango 24 months okuyiminyaka embili ukuthi bakwenze lokho nokuthi okunye labacacisayo ukuthi nakuba mhlambe kusekhona abantu abasanda register kulindele ukuthi baphinde futhi ke bakhokhele lawo ma services ke ukuthi benze ama number plate amasha njengoba unomhle ngubani nikhombisela i number plate amasha ukuhlanganisa nesilo uMisizulu kaZwelithini naye uzoba neyakhe nje ehlukile kunabanye abantu bese kuyaqhubeka ke njoba kwenziwe izibonelo ukuthi kulendele ukuthi abantu ke baphume kusukela kusasa kakhulukazi laba bezobe bethola imoto ezintsha bese kuthi unyaka uzayo uwo wonke umhlalo lapha onemoto entsha kulindele ukuthi akwenze lokho futhi uzokunikwa inyanga ezingu24 ukuthi lolo hlelo aliphothule.
Uma komntu uyawucima umlilo makube xhosibele.